Hello, third grade, and welcome to topic 14. Now, for lesson 14-1, we're going to focus on learning to tell time to the nearest minute. Let's go ahead and watch our quick video lesson and then jump into our notes and our guided practice together.
How do you tell time to the nearest minute?
Let's find out.
The clock shows the time a train from Memphis is scheduled to arrive at Central Station. What time is the train scheduled to arrive? Write the time in digital form and in two other ways. Analog clocks are tools that can help you show and tell time to the nearest minute using minute and hour hands. Why is an analog clock a good tool for showing time to the nearest minute? On an analog clock, the hour and minute hands point to precise locations on the clock face and help you visualize time. Digital clocks use numbers and symbols to show and tell time. You can also write time using words and numbers. Step 1. The hour hand is between 12 and 1. The time is after 12 o'clock and before 1 o'clock. Step 2. In 5 minutes, the minute hand moves from one number to the next. Count by fives from the 12 to the 8. This is 40 minutes. Step 3. In 1 minute, the minute hand moves from one mark to the next. Count 2 more minutes. The digital time is 12:42. It is 42 minutes past 12 o'clock, or 18 minutes before 1 o'clock.
Select a step to review how to tell time.
Okay, so here let's take a look at this. So to find the hour, we're going to look at the hour hand. You're going to figure out that your hour hand here is between the 12 and the 1. It hasn't reached the 1 yet, so we're not in the 1 o'clock hour yet. We're still in the 12 o'clock hour. Next, we're going to jump ahead and start skip counting. Now, starting from the 12, think of that as your 0 mark. That's your starting point. You're going to skip count in groups of 5s as you hit each one of the numbers on the clock. So over here, we were able to skip count until the 8, and we know that 5 times 8 is 40, but we can see that the minute hand is 2 little tick marks after it. Now, all of these, since they're in groups of 5, so that if this is 40, this is 41, 42, 43, 44, and then we would get to the next group, which is 45. Since it's pointing to the second tick mark after the 40, we're going to count 2 more after the 40 to get to 42.
When the time is 12:42, why is the hour hand closer to the 1 than to the 12 on the clock face?
Now we see that the hour hand is getting really close to the 1 because we're almost done with this whole hour. So for a complete hour, your hour hand or your minute hand travels all the way around the clock. Now we can see it's more than halfway through. It's only got a little bit left until it hits that 12 o'clock or the 12 marker, which marks the next hour. So since it's almost at the 1 o'clock, that's why our hour hand is also almost pointed at the 1 o'clock.
There are 60 minutes in 1 hour. Because 42 minutes is more than half, or 30 minutes of an hour, the hour hand will be between the 12 and the 1, but closer to the 1. In steps 2 and 3, what strategies can you use to correctly place the minute hand? Count by fives from the 12 to the 8, and then count by ones to show 42 minutes after 12. Now you know how to tell time to the nearest minute.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into our notes and our guided practice. Now, how do you tell time to the nearest minute? So we have different kinds of clocks that we're working with. An analog clock is like the big wall clocks that you see that have the hour and minute hands on them. A digital clock might be something like the time that you would see on the microwave or the oven at home, or maybe if you have a digital wristwatch. Now, when we're talking about the hour hand and the minute hand, the hour hand is shorter and the minute hand is longer. So when the minute hand moves from one number on the clock to the next, we're skip counting in groups of fives. So 60 minutes is 1 hour. So this resets to the 0 mark. From the 12 to the 1, that's the first 5 minutes. From the 1 to the 2, that's the next 5 minutes, or 2 groups of 5 is 10. The 3 mark is the 15 minutes. The 4 mark is the 20 minutes, and so on. Now, when it's on the 1, it's at the 5 minute, it's 5 minutes past that hour. When it's on the 2, it's 10 minutes past that hour, and so on. And the little individual marks in between show you the individual minutes between in those groups of 5. So 21, 22, 23, 24, and then 25 will be over here, and so on. So we know that there are 24 hours in one day, and there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. So let's take a look at this clock. What time is shown on this clock? Well, when the minute hand is pointed at the 12, that means no minutes have passed yet for that particular hour. So we just started that hour. Now the hour hand is pointed at the 1. If the hour hand is at the 1 and the minute hand is at the 12, that means we're at the 1 o'clock hour, or it's just 1 o'clock. Let's take a look at 2 other clocks and figure out the time there. Here, we can see that the hour hand is between the 5 and the 6. So it's past the 5, but it has not reached the 6 yet. So we're still in the 5 o'clock hour. When the minute hand is on the 6, remember, we're skip counting by groups of 5. So 5 times 6 is going to be 30. So the time on this clock is 5:30. For our next clock over here, we can see that our hour hand is almost on the 6, but it's not quite there yet. And our minute hand is over here on the 11. So we can skip count by 5s until we get to the 11. 5 times 11 is 55. So here the time is almost 6 o'clock, but not quite. It's 5:55. That means in 5 more minutes, it'll be 6 o'clock, because remember, there are 60 minutes in each hour. Now we also know that we can name time in different ways. So here, I can say this is 2:39. I can say that it's 39 minutes past 2 o'clock, or it's 21 minutes until 3 o'clock. So why did I say 21 minutes? Because 21 plus 39 is going to equal 60, and 60 minutes equals 1 hour. For our next one, this shows 4:30. I can say this is 30 minutes past 4, or I can say it's half past 4, or I can say it's 30 minutes until 5. For our next one here, it says 7:45. I can say it's 45 minutes past 7 o'clock, or I can say it's 15 minutes until 8 o'clock, or I can say it's a quarter to 8, a quarter until 8 o'clock. Why did I say a quarter? Because a quarter of an hour is 15 minutes, because 15 times 4 is going to be 60. So 1/4 of 60 is 15 minutes. Now let's take a look at our guided practice. Number 1 says, why is 42 minutes after 12 o'clock the same as 18 minutes before 1 o'clock? Well, we know there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. So 42 plus 18 equals 60. So 12:42 plus 18 more minutes would give us 1 o'clock. That's why 42 minutes past 12 is the same thing as 18 minutes before 1. For number 2, does the clock show 3:55? So let's take a look at our hands here. Now here we can see the hour hand is almost at the 3 o'clock, but it's not 3 yet. So that means we're still in the 2 o'clock hour. Even though the minute hand is pointing to where the 55 minutes would be, the hour hand is not pointed to show that it's 3:55. The hour hand actually shows here that it's 2:55. If it wanted to show 3:55, the hour hand would need to be almost on the 4, so just slightly before the 4. For number 3, we can name the time as 3:12 or 12 minutes past 3. For number 4, we can name this time as 43 minutes past 5 or 17 minutes until 6, because 43 plus 17 will give me the 60 minutes to make that full hour. All right, that takes us to the end of this lesson. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, have an amazing day. Take care. Bye-bye.